44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check, check. Watch the pass. Slam, slam, slam. 47.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Elliott running right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week.
And now look at him go. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Rashad Penny, 88 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. The run by Elliott, a good one on 1st down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the slap, watch the slap, watch the slap. Jim.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Elliott. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He can't hang.
Now Rashad Penny. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Burke. That's taken in by Callaway. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's go now. 8 reads. Pilot 64. Read. Coming after you. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
On 1st and 10, Burke. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
6-man.
Back to throw. Burke. And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Antonio Callaway, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now 14-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
You're not going anywhere, man. What are you doing? You can't get past me. The 50-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
58, right over there.
A second down throw for Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Check 37, check 37. Topper, topper. Hey, exit. Deep grip, deep grip.
To throw on third down. Burke. Well, the two men come together, and it's in. Incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Here's Logan Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
50. Ready. Double time. 3 down.
A first down carry by Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the 40 now on second down. Prescott got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
No problem there on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, Burke. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he'll get this down only to the 18. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Burke. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And that just enough to get it done.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let's get it together, defense.
On the run, it's Penny. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Try to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Burke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Looking to throw. Burke. Yeah, he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2nd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
You got to get moving, man. Man, move it. You got to get that.
Back to throw. Burke. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for Jaguars. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard
Go
line.
now. 60 Pittsburgh. Look at me. Zipper.
Throwing on 1st down. Burke. Open man is Kirk. Complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 7 and 5. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is up to 18 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this 2nd half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
SOS. Watch the edge. Check.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burke. Incomplete.
First pass from the up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Under crush, under crush, under crush. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Motion, wide motion. Now.
Looking to throw. Burke. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Check. All day, dog.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. Hard throw. Incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Zoom, zoom. Oh, yeah.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Buying time to his left. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 and the 19. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Lambeau on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Be returned to the end zone.